I'm not sure if I can, you know. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday. We're a little bit early today. Dan wants to go play Minecraft with Tom, so we're just going to get on with this. Sorry.
Yeah,
Hope
it's an
everyone's having
early
a good
Sunday.
weekend. Yeah.
What we're going to go through is the 60-second video formula that we use to start conversations with our ideal clients.
Okay, I thought I was going to start this. I thought it was going to be me that starts this today.
Every Sunday,
Okay,
guys.
I just thought that I thought we would agree that I would start off this live today.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let us know in the comments who you want to see in the next live video, and then this argument will be over once and for all. Yeah.
Okay. You take over, Dan. All right. I'll just sit here.
No, let's just discuss it.
Yeah.
That sounds more fun than just
All right then. Yeah, I'm up for discussions. Yeah. Okay.
So let's screen share. Make this full screen so everyone can see it.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
And then what we'll do is we'll put this picture in picture. There we go. That looks better.
Cool.
Okay. So, as mentioned, this is the 60-second video formula that we use to start conversations with our ideal clients.
Question. Why would we even want to start conversations with our ideal clients, Dan?
Great question. Brilliant question, actually. This is something we've been thinking about. We've been discussing with a couple of estate agents, the leads from the valuation tools, and the quality of those leads as they come through and how easy it is to actually start a conversation with them. Because really, getting leads through from a valuation tool, everyone knows it's a process of getting opportunities and then speaking to each lead as they come through, seeing how ready they are to sell, and then actually having a process on the back of that to turn as many of those leads as possible into sales.
It's kind of like a sifting, isn't it? It always reminds you like when I'm making a cake and getting all the bits out of the flour.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of it falls away underneath, and then there's quite a lot that aren't ready.
Yeah, but you just gotta keep sifting. You gotta keep prompting your leads. Well, especially with valuation tools, you gotta keep prompting people, see when they're ready. You gotta give them opportunities. Yeah,
especially right now, people.
One thing we had noticed while working with estate agents is that a lot of the leads coming from their valuation tools, they'd be getting 20, 30 plus leads a month, for decent cost. But the issue was the quality of the leads. When they were actually calling these leads and working out if they want to sell their house or just having a conversation, it was very hard to find the people who were actually interested in their services.
That's true.
So I thought, if someone was starting out, they wanted to get a Facebook ad that gets clients in, what would be the easiest starting point for them? And I really believe this is it. It's like a 60-second video. You can start conversations with your ideal clients. And what happens then is, if you have a conversation with someone who's interested in your services, it's going to be a lot stronger than a lead that you can nurture over time. It's going to be about a quick win for you guys. So here's what we're going to do. So the first step to these, which we call them conversion multipliers, and the first step to creating them is to think about a freebie to give away. Now, when I say a freebie, this doesn't have to be as one of my friends says, a brown envelope or a brown envelope full of cash. It doesn't have to be anything.
A free garage. Okay.
We're thinking freebie in more of a term of information, useful information, or like a step-by-step process. Maybe even a calculator.
Yeah.
Lead magnets use the exact same process. Sellers guides and valuation tools are built almost from the exact same reason. They're built to give something of value to homeowners in exchange for their contact details and such. You got to make it really valuable though, and because the more valuable you make it, the more people you'll bring in, and it will actually entice people to actually speak to you. It's going to bring in. The more valuable you can make your freebies, the more you're going to bring your ideal clients in. So that's a subject you can think about. Examples of freebies could be like a step-by-step guide to understanding the value of your house, or for example a calculator to understand how much it's actually going to cost you from start to finish to actually sell your house, and the conveyancing and the moving costs and so on. Just give them an idea.
Yeah, because what people don't realise how much it actually costs from start to finish.
Give them something valuable, especially if it relates to your estate agency and how you stand out. That's always useful.
That is fast.
If you're doing auction, for example, with Patterson's, as some people are, you could do that. You just want to set up this freebie and inform people with it and help people with it as much as possible. Cool. Once you've got your freebie ready, that's all you need, actually, to write out your video script. So you want to write out the video script with these following 3 steps. Now, this is the hook, that's the content, and then the call to action in order. And the hook, in the very beginning of the video, and often at the top of the video, we actually often add in writing, you want to call out the people who will benefit most from getting this freebie. For example, those who have the problem that the freebie is designed to solve. So, for example, if you have a step-by-step guide to, if you have a checklist for the different costs that you'll have to take up in order to, sell your property, or a checklist on the different pieces, the different reasons that an equestrian property could be worth more. You got to think of specific things here, because being general, you could get a valuation tool easily. You could pay for it. Everybody has a valuation tool. How can you be different, and how can you serve people better?
And that's not to say valuation tools aren't useful. They
No,
really are
they're
good
brilliant.
for gathering information from who might be homeowners, but you also get a lot of people who aren't actually interested in selling. They can
Yeah,
look and
exactly.
see what the value of the
Knowing the
house is.
valuation of your property could be used for anything. It could be used for a mortgage. It could be used for a solicitor. It could be used for anybody.
I had a checklist for conversion multipliers somewhere on how you'd know which one to choose, but I can't find it. If I find that, you could have that for free, guys.
Yeah, comment
Piece of paper
comment
somewhere.
below if you're interested in this conversion multiplier checklist.
Okay, so how about writing up the script? Okay, so
Yeah. So you just call people at the beginning, and that's the hook. That's what you need to write. It takes a bit of practice to write out really good hooks, but when we work with our clients, for example, what I'll do is I'll often get them to explain to me, what the subject of the freebie is, and then I'll write out the hook saying,
something juicy. Don't give away all your secrets, Stan.
fine.
I'll make a video on it, guys, and put it up in the YouTube channel. Okay. Now
I love giving away my secrets.
No, but you
but
can. But
Okay, so here's the content. You want to actually explain the freebie. You want to talk about why it's needed in the 60-second video and what they can expect inside. You want to explain to people what it is and how it works. Get people interested in reading the rest of it. For example, if you have a guide to selling a house and you have 3 main points, explain the first point. Explain how the presentation of your home is actually going to influence the value of the property. Not exactly the value, but what the buyer is willing to pay for it. And then explain that you've got 2 other subjects in there, and that then you can move to the call to action, because that's one way you can do it. And in the call to action, you only want to do this. Let the viewer know that they can get this freebie if they comment on your video. And this is really important, yeah? Because this call to action is actually one of the easiest for people to agree to. And as soon as you get a comment, the least amount of friction, exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as you get someone to comment on your video, those become a lead. That person becomes a lead, and you can take them into Facebook Messenger and have a conversation with them directly.
Question, yeah? Are they part of your invisible list as well?
Oh, invisible list. Yeah. Okay. So
They become part of your invisible list.
Yeah, that's a different term.
Okay.
One of the things you can do is one of the things we've always talked about for estate agents is the concept of the invisible list, which in layman's terms, for the Facebook Ads Manager, this would be called a warm audience. Really what it is, it's a list of people that we've helped estate agents and business owners build, which is a warm audience of people who have already watched a certain percentage of your videos, usually 1 minute or above, or interacted with your Facebook page and so on. Basically, people who know who it is you are, what it is you do, and
shown an interest.
Shown an interest.
Shown an
Exactly.
interest in what you're doing. They've shown that they are interested in what you're doing. Basically, that's what an invisible list is built on. People who are looking at your stuff.
And you can think of this. Yeah. And you can think of this as your mailing list. And what you can do is you can send ads and different offers to these people over and over again. You can send all your content to these people for extremely low cost. And what that does is it makes sure that all these people get your offers, your content, your goodwill stuff, your educational videos, everything that you put out. Makes sure it goes out to the right people without you actually having to work so much or do all the algorithm BS.
That's what I love as well. It's like having an invisible CRM where you just press a button and go. You just do something once and it goes out to your list.
An invisible CRM would be an invisible CRM would be would be a bit strange because customer relationship management.
Yeah, I know.
If you can't see them, but
I just thought it was fun because it's a bit like you're gathering data, but you have no idea who the data's on. But
it's still powerful,
we know
and it's really easy to build.
And
I build.
You can measure it as well. That's a cool thing on Facebook. You can see if you're putting videos out. You can measure just using this particular strategy just by looking at your KPIs. It's just really clever.
No, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So I would use these 3 steps to write out your 60-second video. And what I do is I'd send it out there at first. You can just post it on your Facebook page, post it on your socials, get it out there. Get it out on Reels, get it out on TikTok if that's what you've got.
It's a bit expensive these days on TikTok.
Oh, I'm not talking ads yet.
You mean organically? Oh,
yeah.
Beg your pardon.
Post it organically
first. Go TikTok if you've got organics.
Yeah. If you're just posting out on your pages, set this out on your pages, see who responds. If you get anyone to respond, that's perfect.
I thought we were talking about putting money on it.
Yeah. Well, if you really want this to work, you do have to put money on it. And I suggest £5 a day, because that's going to make sure it gets in front of enough people for, first of all, enough people to see your ads so that you can judge whether it works or not, whether this post works or not, whether people actually ask for the call to action and this freebie. Because if you find a freebie that people ask for, you can actually give away this freebie all the time, get people to come to you and ask you.
It's like an evergreen ad. Once you find one that captures people's attention, you can leave it. One of our mentors left it up for 3 years now, isn't it?
That was a bit more prolific. That was a bit more longer form, as in 3 to 5 minute video.
The thing is, when you say Facebook, do you mean Instagram and Facebook or just Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram. Okay. They're basically the same thing.
I know, but not everyone realises that, so you need to make sure it's clear there.
Yeah.
We're talking about Facebook and Instagram when we say Facebook.
So you can use these organically, which is just post them out on your page, see if they work. You can do these often. But these work best as a Facebook ad for £5 a day. And if you send them up for £5 a day, you're guaranteed to reach lots of people and see if that ad works or not. If you do it organically, you can't tell. And it's going to save you a lot of time every day recording and posting all these different little videos.
I was going to say, actually, if you want things sped up to work out what's working, always put a bit of money on it. You know that advertising is just content with money put on it anyway. So, it just speeds up the process. So always check to make sure you can afford it first. If you can't go organic, it'll still work, but it just takes longer. And
harder.
Yeah, I mean, most marketers I've spoken to, they start out with organic and then they go, if I went back and started again now, this is what I do. And then they show us, they put money on what it was they were doing just to speed up the whole process, and it would save them months and months and months and loads of testing. Yeah, well, time is money. Yeah, exactly that.
So if you want to do that for yourself, that's what we'd suggest.
Yeah.
Couple extra notes just before we close this. This always has to be a vertical video. Use your phone, record it on your phone, because it's meant to be shown on your phone like this.
It's a mini computer. Your phones these days are better than your computers. Most people's anyway.
Oh, that's an argument for another day.
Yeah, but you've got a good computer. That's not fair. The majority of people are using laptops and stuff and tablets.
Fair enough.
Whereas most people have the most up-to-date phones these days, to be honest. Haven't you guys? I mean, I haven't. Mine's about 2 years old, but that's because I'm not very good at changing things. So I like to think about the environment,
Make sure you get vertical videos. That's 9. So that's a 9x16 if you're technical. Comments are your leads. Remember this. Anyone who comments asking for your freebie, you actually want to send them a comment back. Contact them on Messenger and have a conversation. That's your goal. Whenever you get a comment asking for a freebie, you want to send them a comment back, contact them on Messenger and have a conversation with them.
Say in your comment that you're going to contact them on Messenger as well, so they know what it is you're up to.
Exactly.
Just to let people know. Always keep things clear.
And before I close this, never give the freebie away before having a conversation with them.
And it's really hard to do. Well, it is for me anyway. I always want to just give things away. Always giving things away. And Daniel has to do this now because otherwise I give everything away and go, well, they just wanted it. And Daniel's like, no, that's not the issue. The point.
Is
we're there to help people.
Yeah. The issue is that you never know what someone actually needs to get ahead. They may be asking for your freebie simply because it's always useful to have free things. I might download that and see if I need it later. Mm-hmm. But if you just you want to diagnose what their problem is, what they're looking to solve, they were interested in something related to property, maybe selling the house, but what was it? And first of all, you want to get permission to ask questions. Then you want to ask those questions and see what it is the problem actually was. Then what you can do is you can actually solve that problem there and then. Because what that's going to do is, if you solve a single problem for someone in Facebook Messenger, that's going to get them up ahead. It's going to give them a better, more respect for you. They're going to that element of know, like, and trust is going to skyrocket. Such an American term, but it's going to skyrocket. I've done this myself with estate agents. It is. You help, and what happens is, you help someone with their first problem, they will come back to you with their second, and most likely, that's going to be closer to selling their home than it would the first problem.
That actually kind of reminds me when people used to come in on their yachts into Scilly, and they didn't know where the rocks were, or they didn't understand the tides or the sandbars, and then we'd go around at the punt and just say, look, if you go through that way, and then later on they come and find us down the pub and buy us a meal or something. I know that's a bit different, guys, but
no, it's the gift of reciprocity.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the law of reciprocity.
We never really wanted people to get their boats stuck, and we'd seen it happen more than once, and they'd be there for hours. They come over for a nice, weekend, and they'd be stuck on a sandbank or some,
And then you'd end up running their business.
No, not run a business. No, I had other things to do.
Fair enough.
Too much fun having fun on the islands.
But that's what it looks like, and we've got here's an example of one we've done. UK estate agents, a simple video ad will keep you one step ahead of your competition when it comes to both brand awareness and lead generation. If you want the exact framework to record this video, drop me a comment and I'll send it to you. I didn't even include, and I will send it to you.
No, I would have said it anyway, so don't worry.
Perfect. But yeah, that's like. You just had a little.
I don't think we even recorded it. I was in the middle of making this earlier today, so that's why it's not finished.
You've had a little sneak peek at what one of ours looks like. There you go.
The idea is just that you can use these as a really good way of filtering out who it is that needs your service right now, especially right now in this tricky market, because a lot of people are worried. There's a lot of people not sure. If you can get a conversation with people in Messenger where they don't feel like they're on the phone and being pressurised and answering at their own time, you get to know, you get a feel for the market and all this kind of thing as well, and you see if you can actually help them. That's the main thing. You want to see if you can actually help people, because
that's the one.
If you can help people, then you're onto that's what you're there for, isn't it? Yeah. Is that what you're there for? To help people sell their houses, get good prices. Yeah.
Tempted to say comment below if you believe that you're there to help people.
Oh yeah. I know a few estate agents that have been very helpful to me in the past, but I also know loads which are amazing.
Yeah. And
you can you amazing ones get out there with this information and go find all the people who need you right now, because that would be incredible for this whole industry. Go for it.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, don't forget to ask us if you need any help. We're happy to help.
Just ask us for the guide, and then we'll probably end up in Messenger. Like same way we just told you, we'll probably end up in Messenger. We'll just help you record it.
Yeah.
I've been helping 10 estate agents this week record their own videos. So if you want the same, if you want just the same one-on-one treatment, we can meet together and just talk about
so we get full up anyway.
Talk about your video script. No, nothing attached. Then just drop me a comment and just tell me. Just let me know.
Happy to help.